What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Nevada Prep's Preview, weekly show where we break down all the top high school football matchups in Southern Nevada. I'm Ben Gotz. He is Justin Ferris Bueller Emerson because you're taking a day off Friday to get ready for some party you and Nevada Prep's correspondent Elaine Wilson decided to throw yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, just a little something I got to take care of on Friday, I suppose.
Yeah, just a little something called a wedding, but it's fine.
I missed one Friday in 3 years, and it's literally to get married. So I think I'll get a pass on this one.
We will miss you Friday, especially because a lot of the games we're going to break down today have playoff implications that I usually need your help to kind of wrap my brain around. And let's start talking about a game with major postseason implications. Pahrump Valley at 7 p.m. Friday. I mean, Pahrump is cruising so far this year, but this is a big spot for Valley, which might get in with a win.
You know, doing playoff scenarios, you know it. It's my absolute favorite thing to do on this show. Valley is in with a win and a Del Sol loss at Cheyenne, and we'll get to that game in a moment. But Valley will be a heavy underdog to a Pahrump team that has just kind of rolled through its 3A schedule so far. But keep in mind that this is a long drive into the Valley, no pun intended, for the Trojan squad with nothing to play for. Nothing. Its seeding through state is locked up should it advance that far. Valley will be motivated and could ambush Pahrump and keep the pressure on Del Sol.
Yeah, you mentioned Del Sol. Let's talk about the Dragons and another big 3A matchup. Del Sol is traveling to Cheyenne at 7 p.m. Friday. Those visiting Dragons are in with a win, but taking on a 7-2 Desert Shields team is going to be a tough ask for them, especially on the road. I like what they've done up to this point in the season, though.
Yeah, you know, Del Sol really put itself in pole position with its win over Valley last week, but it will need either a win or a Valley loss to Pahrump to return to the postseason. And with their running back out last week, they turned to wide receiver Markel Turner to run the ball, and all he did was rush for 213 yards and 3 touchdowns in a must-win game. So they're good there. Meanwhile, Cheyenne has flipped the script on last year's 2-7 record and will host a playoff game this year. But same thing, their seeding's locked up, so who knows how motivated Cheyenne's going to be with the playoffs on the horizon. Keep an eye on those 3A playoffs. I think they could be fun this year.
I do too. But let's talk about a big 4A Southwest League matchup with Desert Oasis traveling to Spring Valley at 7 p.m. Friday. I mean, the top 3 seeds in that league appear to be set in Bishop Gorman, Durango, and Sierra Vista, order to be determined. But this could really decide who gets that 4th spot.
Desert Oasis started the year 4-0. Might not make the playoffs. Spring Valley 2-5. Might make the playoffs. High school football, am I right?
It's great.
Obviously a must-win game for the Diamondbacks. They're going to need production, though, from someone other than Christian Vaughn. He has shouldered the load all year. The running back has 1,260 rushing yards, 19 touchdowns, but he is definitely going to need some help. On the other side of the ball, Mason DeCunzo has been the guy for Spring Valley, the quarterback who also leads the team in rushing yards. Now, Spring Valley's not guaranteed to get in with a win, but it's not going to hurt their case.
Definitely not. Moving on to the Northwest League, Palo Verde is traveling to Faith Lutheran at 7 p.m. Friday. Visiting Panthers are in the postseason for what feels like the umpteenth time in a row, and the Crusaders are in too, but I think Palo will still be motivated to play hard in this one after losing big to Centennial last week.
Yeah, this game's kind of just for seeding, as both teams have already clinched a postseason berth, but could be a good one regardless. Palo Verde looked ready to return to its former glory, then kind of got smacked around by Centennial last week. Faith Lutheran took out its anger on losing by 3 points to Arborview 2 weeks ago by stomping Shadow Ridge, so here we are. I mean, this game is kind of one that's about peaking at the right time. You know, we talked about Palo Verde losing to Centennial. We talked about Faith Lutheran, all their struggles earlier in the year. But as long as you're playing well in November, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what counts. And last but not least, let's get to the game I'm just so excited about this week. Liberty at Foothill at 7 p.m. Friday. As we talked about all year, I love a lot of things about the home team in this one. I mean, the Falcons are strong on offense and defense. They have a lot of weapons. And they're the last undefeated team in the top 2 classes because of it. But the visiting Patriots have been league champs for the last 3 years for a reason. And even at 2-4, they are not going to let go of that crown without a fight, Justin.
League champs 3 years in a row, region champs 8 years in a row. Is this maybe the most anticipated game we've had all year?
I think so.
The Falcons have done everything right this year, and like you said, they're 7-0 because of it. This is a team that truly believes it can beat the big bad Patriots, and why not? Liberty has shown some dents in the armor this year, even ignoring the misleading record because of the forfeits that it's had. But the passing game just has not been good this year. But the emergence of power back Zyrus Fiaseo has kept Liberty afloat. 235 yards, 4 touchdowns last week against Green Valley. So can Foothill, which is allowing only 56 rushing yards per game to local opponents, win on Friday? No, I think they can, but they're going to need to stop Fiaseo.
I'm so hyped.
It's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a game I will for sure be following all night. And speaking of following along, you can keep track of schedules, rosters, scores, and everything else at nebradapreps.com leading up to these games. And you can join us live on Facebook Friday night as we recap all the action. Justin might not be here, but because I'm single and ready to mingle, I will be.
Catch that, ladies.
For Nevada Preps, he's Justin Emerson, I'm Ben Gotz, and I will see you on Friday.